Hi, I'm Jeanie Manchester. I'm here at Yoga Download, and you can find me at jeaniemanchester.com. And today we're working on the pose guide to Urdhva Dhanurasana bow pose, a favorite backbend of mine. So some essential warm-ups. So Heidi is going into Dhanurasana, and Maria is going to take Ekapada Kapotasana prep. So wonderful for the thighs, the quadriceps, your hip flexors, lots of length up through the heels, big opening in the chest, about 5 breaths, rest, take a breather, come down, and then go up another 5 breaths, right? So this pose, Ekapada Kapotasana, spinning your left hip forward as much as you can, open your chest, and gaze over your right shoulder. Good, and then go ahead and release and switch sides. And then Heidi, you'll do just one more, or Dhanurasana, big bow. So this is the precursor to the big Urdhva Dhanurasana pose that we're going to be working with today. Pulling and gathering energy in, pressing your heels away from your hands, both of you. Soft gaze to your left shoulder. There you go, Maria. And then gently release. And take a downward facing dog, stretching it back, and then let's go ahead and come on to our backs. So we're going to be working the shoulders primarily here just to show how we get into Urdhva Dhanurasana. I'm going to actually have you spin this way so your heads are facing the top of your mat. Making sure that you have a good curve in your lower back. This is essential for this pose. So your pubic bone is moving down. I should be able to walk my hand underneath her spine and find a good curve in her lower lumbar spine. Good, so start with that good curve in your spine. So inner thighs towards the floor. Yes, now place your hands beside your ears. So lumbar spine and curve and cervical spine are very much important to this pose. And we're gonna take it really slow. For this pose guide, you're going to inhale to lift your hips up and pause. Now claw the floor with your fingertips. This is very important that you want your wrists slightly out and your fingertips are very heavy. Your wrists are actually light, right? Lift your hips and breathe your heart towards your chin. So often what we see, common misalignment, is the chin is moving to the chest. We want the chest to move, so you can see, towards her chin. So chest to chin. So if I came here and I pulled her shoulder blades more onto the back, right? Her chest to chin, yes. Now, take one more breath here. Almost pierce your chin with your chest and inhale to come onto the crown of the head and pause again. So you can walk your head back towards your heels and start to press your chest towards your wrists. So head to heels, chest to wrists, right? This is really important. I'm going to be her brace here. Pull your shoulder blades down your back and then lift your hips up. Now you can come onto your tippy toes if you'd like. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Yeah, so this is challenging. We want to keep, shoulder blades on the back, straightening the arms as much as you can, inner thighs squeezing. Good, and then gently, slowly lower down, keeping the curve in the lower back. Pause. Right, that was wonderful. Now we're going to do it again. Just take a couple deep breaths, take it in, and then take your wrists out a little bit more. This is going to help you engage your shoulder blades onto the back. Lift your hips, pause, breathe your heart towards your chin, pause. Good, now curl onto the crown of the head, pause. Bring more weight into the tips of your fingers. Your forearms actually draw towards your armpits. That's the tricky part. Curl the head back, lift the hips up. Feel free to lift your heels. In fact, go ahead and lift your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Smile soft, head to heels, heart to the wall in front of you, and gently bring your chin into your chest. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to spin you around so your feet are at the top of your mat so we can look at the alignment of the lower legs. So you can imagine that you have a block between your inner thighs and you're pushing that block down towards the floor so you get that good curve in the lower spine. Shoulder blades roll onto the floor already, right? Inhale this time, press your elbows down and lift your fingertips up. So you're moving towards like a fish pose, right? Push down through the elbows and lift your heart towards your chin. Yes, then place your hands beside your ears. Lift your hips a little higher. Now pull your shoulder blades onto your back. So that's from elbow to armpit, right? Then from there, lift up, curl the head back. Now you can go all the way up or pause on the crown of the head. From the wrists to the elbows, now elbows to armpits, pull in, curl up, and then look at the legs here. So what we want is to increase the internal rotation, like you're holding a block and pushing the block towards the floor, widening the inner thighs back and apart. And then gently, slowly release, take a breather. Good. So just take a moment to take this in. I'm just going to grab a block here. We're going to show just with a block with you, Maria, right? So hug in. We'll see. Push your block towards the floor between your inner thighs and feel the curve in your lower back. Now, we don't want to lose that. As you exhale, extend your tail. Inhale, lift your hips up. Place your hands beside your ears, right? Turn your wrists ever so slightly towards the outer edges of the mat. So the wrists turn out. Yes. Good. Shoulder blades on your back. Yes. So breathe your heart towards your chin. Heart towards your chin. Beautiful. Can you feel that? Yes. Now come onto the crown of the head. You're going to find that again. So you're taking the gaze towards your heels. Shoulder blades are moving down the back. Then come on up. Good. Deep breaths. Good. Now you can try this with me, grabbing ankles. And root down, lift your hips up, shoulder blades on your back. Yes, chin to chest. And then we're going to go straight up. You're going to push into me to go straight up. Beautiful. So inner armpit to outer armpit. Inner to outer. Strong, straight arms from the pelvis, from the juncture of your sacrum and tailbone. Tailbone goes to the heels, top of sacrum to heart, right? Squeeze your inner thighs like you have a block. And from the sacrum, go higher and push down through your feet. Grow up through your heart. Beautiful. And then gently, gently come down, chin in. Beautiful. So nice. Little counter pose here. You can bring your knees to your chest and place your hands on the tops of your thighs. So rather than wrapping around, so tops of thighs, so you're pushing your feet away from your chest. You're going to put your hands on your thighs. Yes, and push away. So can you feel the curve in your lower back here? It's still there, and yet you have extension, right? So what we do that we don't want to do is to pull right into that contraction. We actually want to keep some good curve in the lower back here with extension through the legs. Good, and then open your arms. Place your feet back to the floor. You can gently do a little windshield wiper pose to each side. And then just go ahead and straighten out one leg and the other. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Just feel the goodness and the brightness that Urdhva Dhanurasana gives you, all that good energy. And thank you so much for joining us for this pose guide, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Namaste.